From Omro down to Mayville, from Rosendale to the Ledge, and everywhere in between, it's time to get you caught up on everything happening in the Flyway Conference. This is the Flyway Focus Sport Report, your home for the best whip-around coverage of your favorite local teams. Now, with all the latest, here's Jordan King.
Good Friday morning to you. Regional semifinal action last night with 14 Flyway teams in action between volleyball and soccer. Let's start in volleyball. Mayville looked like it was going to cruise to a sweep of Dominican last night at home. That was until the Knights went on a run in the third set to win that. Dominican then won the fourth and had all the momentum in the match. Then in the fifth set, Mayville's Aubrey Tome took over. The Cardinals went on a 4-0 run with the senior setter at the service line, including 2 aces. Mayville won the fifth and advanced to the regional semifinal tomorrow night against Lake Country Lutheran. Tome finished the night with 39 assists. Coach Alan Capps on the seniors' performance.
Did you see the look on her face in that fifth set? Would you want to get out there against her? It's nice that when the money's on the table, having an ace up your sleeve that you pull out, and Aubrey's that ace. She makes good decisions. She just keeps working. And I think that's what I appreciate about Aubrey the most, is there's no quitting the girl. She's going to work her butt off as long as she can and just do her job.
Tome and the Cardinals were most successful targeting their 2 sophomore middles in the match. Leah Voskuhl finished with 19 kills and Allison Schelpfeffer had 7. Tome on her middle.
I don't think that you would even guess how young they are by the way they play. They're so phenomenal. They play with such high level IQ, and Leah going for those corners every single time. She's amazing. And Allison, you can always expect her to be bigger than that. She's going to get up there and she's going to put that ball down.
Saturday's match set for 7 p.m. at Lake Country Lutheran. Laconia also got a regional semifinal win yesterday, sweeping Weyauwega Fremont at home. The Spartans got 13 kills from Addison McCauley to lead the team. Ava Engel added 9, Tierney Madigan with 7. Mariska Keys had 36 assists. Up next for Laconia, St. Mary Catholic, the 3 seed, upsetting Amherst last night. That match at home at the Pit on Saturday at 7 between St. Mary Catholic and Laconia. We told you yesterday morning during that report that the Ledgers would give Oostburg everything they could handle, and Springs backed that up, upsetting the Flying Dutch in 5 sets. Springs won the first and third sets with Oostburg battling back both times. Springs then able to grind out a 5th set win, 15-13. The Ledgers have Cedar Grove, Belgium, the number 3 seed, on the road at 7 on Saturday. Campbellsport and Winnebago Lutheran both saw their seasons come to a close yesterday with sweep losses. The Cougars lost to Sheboygan Falls. Winnebago Lutheran lost at Felders. So 3 teams in volleyball remain from the Flyway Conference. Over to soccer yesterday. The big upset of the day was 12th-seeded Mayville taking down number 5 Wayland Academy. 5-4 the final. That went to overtime. Blake Peterson had a goal and 2 assists for the Cards. Mayville moves on to play Madison Country Day, and they may get a home match despite being the lower seed. We'll get more into that tomorrow if we confirm that Mayville will play at home. Madison Country Day, by the way, beat 13th-seeded Lamira 5-3. The other 5 seed from the Flyway was Lourdes Valley Christian. The Knights earned a 6-1 win and will advance to play Roncalli, who beat Omro 7-2. That match will be at Roncalli. Winnebago Lutheran was a 6th seed, and the Vikings beat Luther Prep 3-1. Sawyer Shue scored twice and assisted the other goal for the Vikings. WLA moves on to the regional final on Saturday at 3rd-seeded Lodi, 4 p.m. kick. Central Wisconsin Christian lost last night at home in overtime, 5-3 the final against Wisconsin Heights Barneveld. St. Lawrence Seminary lost 1-0 to Amherst, and finally Campbellsport on the short end of a 7-0 result at Sheboygan Christian Lutheran. So the Flyway had 9 teams going into last night. They go just 3-6 in soccer, just 3 teams remaining. On to today's schedule. Today and tomorrow are cross-country sectionals. This afternoon, 3 Flyway schools will compete in Division II at Wapaka. Campbellsport, Mayville, and North Fondy will all participate in the race. Campbellsport is projected to qualify for state with their stellar squad. We just published a feature on the Cougars cross-country team yesterday. Head over to flywayfocus.com to give that one a read. Outside of Campbellsport, a couple of names to watch that could qualify as individuals. Kelsey Forsyth from North Fondy, Isabel Niemeyer from Mayville, and then also Kaysen Trofnagel from North Fondy. And then it's also Level 1 playoff football. 5 teams, 4 games. Winnebago Lutheran was a 7 seed and drew a rematch from Week 9. The Vikings will make the short trip over to Fruth to see if they can somehow stun the Ledgers. Spring's the number 2 seed and looking to take care of their Flyway rivals, move on to Level 2. A reminder, last week's score 37-7 between these same 2 teams. Lemire starts its foray into Division 6 tonight with a home playoff game against Mishicot. Again, Mishicot with one of the worst records amongst teams that got into the postseason field at just 3-6, but still given a 7 seed, and any given Friday, Lemire will still have to stay locked in, despite on paper this being a mismatch. Mayville also a number 2 seed, and the Cardinals have a home game against Waupun. Mayville up in Division 4 due to competitive balance, so they'll be amongst the smallest schools in D4 the whole way. Waupun went 6-3 on the season and averages about 26 points per game. And finally, Campbellsport has a road game this evening, traveling to old East Central foe Berlin. Campbellsport the 6th seed, Berlin the 3. The Indians are 8-1 on the season, average nearly 40 points per game, and as if that weren't good enough, they've pitched 6 shutouts during the regular season. 2 of those other 3 games, they only gave up 6 points as well. A tough test for the Cougars. That's it for today. We'll be back in the morning to break down these results for you and also get set for a busy regional final Saturday coming up tomorrow. Talk to you then. For the Flyway Focus Sports Report, I'm Jordan King.